what's up, everyone? We got JNO podcast episode 21 with my reoccurring guest stars, Pio Mao.
What's up?
Cage Wilson. And Czarina Garcia.
Hey.
And we up in here, y'all. It's pretty chill, pretty loungy. Hope you guys like the new tapestry I got right here from Granny Desiree. It's not fully like spread out, but I have it on like a divider right now. Everyone knows what's up, you know, if you've been in the studio. But yeah, we just chilling, y'all. Like getting back in the flow of filming. Sometimes like, you know, like I just be filming like by myself, stand alone with whoever I have on, you know? And then other times I'll be filming with Juju at his own remote location, you know? So it's kind of like, even though it's like different, you know, the format, like how we go about things, it's still like, it's more interesting. There you go. You know, it's like you don't really know what to expect because it's like two different shows going on within the same thing.
That's cool. That's cool.
But how you guys been though? Yeah.
Pretty good. Me and Pat just finished off our semester. You're done too, right? You finished all your finals.
I better be.
Yes.
I feel that too. I got finals too. Yeah.
Yeah, we were both doing the music thing.
Hell yeah.
As most of you probably know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, what I wanted to like get into is just your overall experience with the, you know, music department at SF State, because I know it's not the most prestigious or whatever, but we both came from Skyline Community College, right? Which actually had a great music program. So anyone that wants to just, you know, start learning on music or even just want to improve, like we can both say, all four of us, right? We all took classes at Skyline. The professors there are great, and they will support you all the way.
Definitely.
They sure will.
But and also Josh is going to transfer to SF State next semester, right?
Yeah.
And you're a music major, and I recently switched to a music major, and I was doing Becca before that, which is basically just a media, like, major. They cover a lot of things like TV and broadcasting, all of that, radio. Media. So for me, the reason why I wanted to switch back to music is because at the end of the day, I'm a musician first, right?
Yes.
Like, I want to learn audio production and all that, but the reason why I wanted to switch to a music major is because I actually don't feel like I'm at that professional level yet when it comes to, you know, a musician. Like, I want to learn more musicianship and all of that, which is why I wanted to ask you, like, what was your experience compared to Skyline? Because for me, even though I just made the switch, I took a music class, and that teacher was cool, but she didn't seem as engaged as the other professors at Skyline. So I wanted to know your take on it as a music major.
Merely that when it's on ensemble-based or private lessons, when it's ensemble-based, they could kind of be engaging, and they could... It's a Russian roulette between those teachers, but when it's private lessons, I don't know if it's a raffle, but one of my teachers, shout out to Nicholas Knackley. He's one...
Yeah.
The reason why I really like him a lot is because he teaches me the type of singing that I wouldn't expect ever. Even though I would say Skyline College was the idea that introduced me to all the singing nonsense.
Right.
He was the introduction to understanding not how to be a pop singer, but how to be a classic singer.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. There's definitely a difference, right?
Yeah. No. There 100%. 100% there's a difference. I mean, like, any musician who's like studied music in, like, you know, professionally in like a college, you know, classical, theatrical, you know, whatever, you know, contemporary, it's like you get the difference. You know, you see how like current music today is very simplified, you know, in the way it's arranged with all the instruments that are being played or performed, you know, that, you know, it could be a lot more complicated than what you currently hear, but it's just like how the audience sees it, I guess, how the demographic sees it, how the music industry sees it, you know, just
I think
overall.
It's all about what's the most trendy, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you want to be a pop musician, obviously there's different ways to go about it. There's a lot of different jobs you can get in the music industry.
Yeah.
Like, whether it be just academic or actually trying to break into like the pop and the mainstream kind of stuff, right? There's a lot of different things you can do, which is what's great for our generation. But I guess what I really wanted to get at is that, and I think what a lot of viewers will want to know is a college degree really worth it at the end of the day when it comes to music? I guess it depends on what you're trying to go for, right?
It depends.
But, yeah.
It depends.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. I think it depends on the career that you're taking. There's a lot of artists out here that you can obviously see that don't have a degree and they're making it, and that's just because they have the drive and the talent, you know, to just keep going and going and going. They have a team that backs them up, yada yada yada. You know, it's just like it's endless. You know, and how they go about it. They know how to adapt to this day's current market, I guess. But I think, in my opinion, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I didn't go forward with going through like a BA for music. It's because it wasn't the career that I wanted. I love music to death. You know what I mean? I always love music. And I always respect people that really went forward with school and hella excelled in like getting a BA or a master's or possibly a PhD. You can get a PhD in music, right?
Yeah,
right?
you can.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
That's what Jude got.
Yeah, you know?
That's
like,
why he's so
just
good too,
excels
right?
so far. You know what I mean? And what they love.
Absolutely.
But I feel like, you know, you can see there's obvious evidence of musicians out here that are making it and making a real career of themselves and making like 6 figures or more, you know what I mean, a year off of music, and they didn't go to school at all.
Just look at the Island Boys, right? Like, they went viral, and they're just a couple of, you know, kids from South Florida who don't have any type of formal music training at all. All they needed was the right type of look to go viral, and the right type of promotion, and the right type of content.
But they kind of, like, fell off currently.
But at the same time, that's what's disheartening for, like, real musicians, right? Who are, like, serious about their craft and understand how musicianship works, is that we see these artists, quote-unquote artists, that are going viral when they don't have any real talent. And that's not, I'm not trying to knock their hustle at all. Like, good for them, right? But it's just disheartening for real artists out there trying to make it. Is what I'm saying. Is at the end of the day, it's not about talent or none of that. It's all about how you promote yourself and how savvy you are with, you know, social media. That's all it boils down to at the end of the day, right? How much money you got?
The only thing that intrigues me with that idea is that, yes, sometimes it's all about the promotion, and yes, it's all about the talent, but it's but it always goes between both ways. For most of us, which is surrounding this room right now, we have the artists that either create new things or create interesting, unique features that people would listen to someday, let alone people that would definitely love forever. And then you have the producers that are all about the promotion and giving it all that jazz. If both of them work, then it's overall amazing. But if one is not into it, then the other, then it could get iffy. And then if both of them are off, then that's where you get something icky, at least.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? It's like a lot of musicians nowadays, they do everything. That's the thing, right? You have to. It's like, it's a real competition in an oversaturated market. You know, which is something that all of us, because we're all close. Like, I've had this conversation with all y'all, like, all the time. So, you know, it's such an oversaturated market. To me, it's like, I go hard with it, you know? I fucking love it, you know? Till the end, you know? And, like, it's like, I just realized with me, like, I would try so hard on creating a promotional video that would hella pop, but it just wouldn't go off, you know? And I really feel like it's kind of luck, and it's a little bit of like monetary funds. You know what I mean? It goes both hand in hand. You know what I mean? As to whether you'll pop off or not. Because as you guys, every musician knows, and all of us in this room, it's like there's hella musicians out here that, like, you know, deserve to like be up there. You know, but it's not. This is because of like the time and place. I guess, you know, because it really is. It really is. and it like not to get like too like farther deep into it, but it's like the only reason why all of us is why you meet someone or a relationship with another human being, the only reason why you've ever like met them is because of like a specific situation. So like for instance, we would have never met if we didn't take that same vocal class together.
None
Same
of us
with you and him.
met.
Same with me and you actually, because I only met you through Jacob too as well.
Right, exactly.
So like we would have never met you if it wasn't for him. You know what I mean? So if we didn't meet him, it wouldn't like expand that network. You know what I'm saying? True. That's why it's called networking, right? Yeah. And to me, that's I don't know.
That's the most important thing at the end.
Yeah, it is. It is a very important thing. But like I just take pride in what I do. You know.
Yeah,
that's all you can do.
That's all you can do, right? That's a lot of truth right there. That's all you really can do, because like you can try as hard as you want to go for this thing, but it like I said earlier, if luck is not in like your cards right now and how you're gonna go about this, and because all it really takes is luck. I mean
that's the hard truth a lot of musicians face.
Yeah, just being seen in front of the right person.
And whether you want to be taken seriously, because anyone can be an island boy, but no one in the music industry is ever going to take you seriously after that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like for me, my reputation is a lot more important than me just trying to go viral, right? Like I want to actually build like all my music and make it sound amazing, and people recognize it for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Than just doing some stupid shit to get attention online, like. Yeah. That I feel like there's also a difference.
I'm in between with that too.
Yeah.
Really? I'm with you overall. It's just to me it's just kind of interesting. I now imagine it as the Lorax effect, where it becomes popular for a few moments, but it's not as memorable as the Dr. Seuss books.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And that's a lot of music careers. That's funny actually, because I was talking about that in the previous podcast with another one of my rapper friends with Juju, and it's about like even though if you pop off, it doesn't mean it's forever, right? Yes. There's hella artists out here that pop off and they're never seen.
One hit wonders.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. And that's because they had that one or two song, that popped off, and all the other stuff just isn't hitting quite the same. And I think that just shows like how, I don't know, like it's not, see, like that's the thing, right? It's not a bad thing about all these other artists just popping off for like half a year or a year and then just disappearing. It's like it just shows about like the industry itself and how fluctuating it is,
and
how
up really quick,
people's like tastes, and that's why I was talking about with y'all about like a throwback era, how like people are just doing music from previous decades before and
they've been doing a lot of that
trying to get that like style with it, but there's a reason why like those people that do it, they don't, there's very rare occasions, but like they don't like consistently keep popping off after they do it. They try to do the same thing again and then it doesn't exactly work, and that's why it's like no one can really get like the recipe, I guess, to getting that type of like attention,
I feel like
globally, because it's really hard.
Yeah, I feel like the funniest moment now that I realize it is that people are using it in the past, but one of the attractions that I saw on YouTube, they convinced a quote that says, "It's on to something that would convince you forever that the future is truly in the past."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it is though.
Yeah.
We've hit this point with music. We talked about this before, but it's like what's there left to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm not gonna deny that there might be something that shows up. Someone makes this discovery or something, with a type of genre of music or a new sound or stuff like that. But it's like when you're hitting like this pinnacle, I wouldn't say peak, but like this pinnacle point, that's why we're just going backwards. Because it's like we're just running out of people want to keep hearing different things, and especially like younger generations, want to hear the older generation's music, but it's done by like a younger artist.
There's a lot of that happening right now.
There's a lot of that happening right now. Sure. A lot of artists making music from a decade that they didn't even live in, but they're just trying to embody it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think it fluctuates. Let me go look at my run time right here. Okay, go a few more minutes more.
The only thing that I hope overall for the music is that even though we try to be creative and try to do something unique with our music, we won't go down to the point where something would go wrong where maybe the creative well would go dry, or some random money-making business is just all like, nah, everything is perfect. I'm the king of the castle, and I'm not gonna fucking listen to you.
Yeah.
That's the issue, right?
There will always be that, I feel like. Especially in the industry. You know? It's all about power and, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like every musician goes through burnout, in a way. This is why I'm gonna keep saying this over and over, because like sometimes we reiterate stuff, but like I want to like put the emphasis on it, you know. But it's like the reason why I be working with new artists is because like I've had hella solo songs, you know, but it all catches the same vibe, and there's nothing wrong with an artist's style, you know. Like artists are known for their style, you know. But it's like I just realized that I'm kind of just making the same shit when I'm not. You know, like I'm trying to really branch out there. It's like the only way to do that is like when you work with another artist, because then you get all their characteristics, all their traits, all the way they work, you know, their genre of music and everything that comes with it. That's why like all the songs I've been making have just been working with another artist, singer, rapper, you know. Yeah. Trying to get their vibe, you know, just like matching in.
Exactly.
You know, in that kind of way. So that's why I've been kind of a little lenient, because I just had burnout with it, honestly.
I feel it, yeah.
I've burnt out multiple times over the past couple of years, where I felt like I was like exhausted with just like going through with everything, you know what I mean, and realizing like, you know, like I got like some results, you know, but it's like it wasn't hitting exactly the way I see it, you know. That like just being my own manager, like when I saw that, I was like, I need to like make a change, you know, in the way I go about like creating music.
For sure.
And stuff like that. Yeah. So that's just my opinion on it. Just networking, working with people, collaborating.
Right.
That type of thing. Yeah.
That really is the most important thing at the end of the day. If you see an opportunity, just take it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, don't be scared. Don't step out of your comfort zone.
Yeah. That's one thing I've been trying to do. Definitely. There we go.
Good note to end it on.
Hey, what's your opinions though? You haven't been talking at all, bro.
Come on.
Well, I would pretty much just have the same opinions as all of you.
Yeah, I know. You've been shaking your head the whole time. Exactly.
I feel it.
It's listening. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
What questions do you have for State, or for?
Yeah, if you have any questions or if you want to say anything, literally anything, you know.
No, I don't really have any questions off the top of my head, really.
Yeah, but one thing I can say is, because I'm gonna say this because I'm your friend, he graduated recently.
Yeah,
congrats to him. He had his fucking ceremony, all that stuff. It was all on Zoom, you know what I mean, recorded and stuff like that. And I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank
you know what I mean? How did it feel? How did it feel?
Felt pretty good.
Yeah, just being there and stuff like that. I mean, like, just the whole ceremony.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and Julius was there too. I actually sat next to him. Or we just kind of like used the buddy system.
That's what's up though.
That's cool. For sure. No, I did the same thing too. Yeah. You know, you always want to be like near someone you know what I mean? When you're like just sitting there the whole time.
I really should have decorated my cap. You know, just because.
Dude, I feel the same way though. I didn't do that.
I didn't do that either. What was so cool is like one guy actually had an Ice Spice, or he had an Ice Spice flag.
Yeah, no, you saw that earlier. That's cool.
That's funny. That's
cool. Did you feel like kind of nervous though before going up?
A little bit, but you know,
type of thing. Did you? I mean, you had a ceremony. I mean, I feel like every high school has a ceremony, right? You be here for your high school.
Yeah, I was actually one of the last people to graduate before the whole pandemic started.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You made it out.
Yeah, you're right.
Right on time.
Right. Damn.
It's crazy.
For real.
So I've never had an online graduation.
The only thing that makes us laugh about us graduating in person is that we would laugh at those students, say, "Haha, you guys are graduating online," and then you have a popular star like Rob Schneider.
And they had the Simpsons congratulated them.
Wait, for what? For what?
Oh wow!
On graduation. Because remember when the pandemic started and the whole pandemic started, no one can get out of the house.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, you know.
They're
But it was
just some online graduations being all like, you can do it, and just like that crazy shit. Like, what the fuck?
You know Rob Schneider's half Filipino.
You can do it. Yeah.
He's half Filipino.
Phil Swift.
Yeah.
Even
Well,
Phil
yeah.
Swift from Flex Tape congratulated people.
I swear. Just damn.
There you go.
They
No,
have
I
time.
mean, you did your
You've
shit.
even graduated underwater.
Okay, so if I had like one last question, right?
Yeah.
I think it would be. This isn't a commonality. It's more over like
Bless you.
Let's.
Excuse me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Sorry.
It's more over like a commonality, which is does your family have ceremonies? And I'm not just talking about graduation ceremonies. I'm just talking about just ceremonies in general. I know like 3 of us here are like Filipino, but
for sure. We
Yeah.
do. We do.
Yeah.
You've never,
We celebrate anything.
you've never quite had ceremonies.
like at all.
Okay.
I'm talking about just like
Like,
just
we
anything
mostly
in
just
general,
kind of
celebrating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we do celebrate certain holidays. You
Yeah.
know? I mean, granted, like a lot of the holidays have come under heavy fire, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Certain ones.
Mhm.
And nothing like culturally.
Yeah,
No.
it's just like,
Yeah.
but then like I just can't help but just love like when it comes to Christmas. I know that's like heavily controversial, but like for me, I just can't. Like I don't care much about the presents. I could care less about the presents or I could care less about presents or anything or mistletoe. All I care about is like the whimsical aspect of Christmas and the fact that you're giving.
I think that's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
That's a
yeah.
beautiful thing.
And
That's
the
a
rank
beautiful thing.
and the
It is,
Rankin
yeah.
Bass Christmas.
Because you don't
movies.
care about materialism. You don't care about certain aspects of it. You just care about like the care. You know, the energy.
Yeah,
Of it,
that's
you know,
beautiful.
that's a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful.
You know. How about you, Pat?
I believe so. Yeah.
Any like ceremonies family ever does? It's celebrations. You know what I mean? This things. It doesn't necessarily be a celebration. It can be like
It's
same
just.
thing. You know, cultural.
I feel. For just the family, we're just all like, congratulations. Now let's sit down on the couch and get some fast food.
I feel that. I would do the same thing. I would do the same thing.
Right.
Yeah. No, my
I
family's
went
the
to
same
my
way.
I mean, if anything, after my graduation, I just went to my friend's house.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we just like, we just watched movies.
Kicked it.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
kicked it, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's lit. That's lit.
Yeah, that's
Now,
cool.
my family does the same thing. One thing I wish we did for like Filipino like cultural like tradition is like that. It was always mentioned in the movie Taboo or whatever. It's with Dante Vasco in it. You might know what I'm talking about. They do the dance with like the bamboo and stuff like that.
Oh.
You know, that's I forgot the name of it. It's funny because
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
actually talking to one of my aunties and she was talking about it or whatever. But I wish we did that. Because like we don't do it that,
That would
often.
be
We do it for
nice.
certain
I haven't
people,
really seen
but like
that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that
you
would
know,
be cool to
just
see.
like culture and stuff like that. You know, it's
Right.
a beautiful thing to celebrate. You know, that
Exactly.
type of thing, y'all. But damn, let's go ahead and huddle up real quick, y'all. You know, we're gonna go ahead and end the pod. I think we're at like 17, 20 minutes up in here. I appreciate everyone watching JNO Podcast episode 21 up in here.
Let's go.
Hope you guys found it pretty informative. You know, we talked about the music industry. You know what I mean? Just cultures, just being real. You know, it's pretty chill, pretty loungy. I think one thing with us is like, we don't necessarily do like small talk, in a way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I just like to
just
talk
get
about
deep
genuine
into it, yeah.
things. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Which
shit
is important.
shit that really matters. You know, not just like
Yeah, yeah,
bullshitting
for sure.
the whole time. You know, but I appreciate everyone watching or listening, and we'll see everyone next podcast.
All
Peace.
right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.